lot of people nowadays are used to one thing that I've learned that's actually helpful. Now, it may not be for everybody, but one thing that I learned that's very helpful when it comes to, I guess you can say particularly my way of conjure, because I'm very eclectic. And the Saints, the Saints. Since today is the day of the sun, I thought why not give a little of a explanation why saints are sometimes used in conjure. Now, don't get me wrong. Um, I love John the Conqueror. I love Annie Christmas. I love uh one of my one of my favorite ones is um Bishop C.H. Mason. Some even in the Gullah community they have Gullah Jack, and one thing I noticed about these figures and who even Harriet Tubman and Moses. So, they would be considered the folk saints of, you know, conjure. Hey, Celestial Earth Goddess, how are you? So, with that being in mind, the thing about most saints that, a lot of the people go to nowadays, which they are powerful. They really are. But as I learned in my experiences, there's nothing wrong with being, I'm an eclectic person. But as I learned throughout my years, uh, for one thing, some things are better than nothing. So let's say, for instance, that you have a situation going on and you may not have hydronic conquer root, you know what I'm saying? Or you may not know how to activate the root. There's a lot of things that can go into it. So the easiest that I've always, I'm the type that I always go the easiest route, right? And it just so happened that uh this I got this book. Whew, I forgot when I got this book. I really did. But this is the Helping Yourself with Selected Prayers book. And this book is really, really, as y'all can see, I got a bookmark, I got a feather, everything. But this book, for one thing, if you're starting out in your spiritual practice, prayer is necessary. But here's the idea that I want y'all to understand, even in, even in conjure. Yes, God is available, but God is, as you would say, is so vast that they send intermediaries for us to get our goals met. So back in the day, when say some of our great grandmothers, great grandfathers, and before that, they would use you know, they would use certain saints to disguise what they're doing, which is a good thing. But now in 2023, as we see everything else that's coming to light, uh, nothing is being held anymore as in regards of secrets. Y'all see what I'm saying? So let's start with the archangels. All right. And the first, I may not do a lot, but let's do Saint Michael. All right. Everybody loves Saint Michael. Um, I went to Saint. Man, when I tell you, me and Saint Michael go back, we go back, we go back. But Saint Michael is um is the archangel that is the right hand of God, and the way that he can be used, I know a lot of what's the word I want to use because I don't want to put it as verses or anything like that. A lot of folks that do white magic and which is nothing wrong with that white magic, and they kind of tend away from let's say the left hand side of magic, like the hexing and the cursing. Okay, for instance, with Saint Michael, with him being the archangel of justice, righteousness, purity, because he has a sword and he cuts things, not only bad things, around a person, he's pretty good when it comes to justified hexing work, justified curse work, because you got to understand that some of these deities they were not alive, as a like into the Orishas, they reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? But like most archangels, we're going with Saint Michael. He is the go-to when it comes to protection, when it comes to clarity, and he is very like he's one of the archangels that they go to, in the Christian, um I wouldn't say Christian, Eastern Orthodox, I would say. A lot of people, especially when it comes to exorcisms, that's why I kind of wanted to get into like, you know, now let's go with the Catholic sense. We have a demon that's messing over this house. They got these people that's gone local. They get an exorcist in. Now, if this for example, now if this exorcist is legit, he's gonna have Saint Michael. Every exorcist or every spiritualist know that ever dealt with spiritual warfare. He is that go-to. That's like he's my ride or die. I think and I officially got his statue maybe like some years ago. And when I tell you, the first time, because I had to anoint Saint, there's a way that you guys can work with these statues and these energies, and not necessarily just keeping it as face value, like, oh, that's just a statue. But anyway, when I got him, I anointed him, and it rained one day, like as soon as he got here. And I posted a picture. I was like, "Yay, I have Saint Michael," and immediately, I don't know what came over this good dude, but he was really dead set on the color of Saint Michael. And okay, because there is they do have pictures where Saint Michael is white, and the problem that I had with that is the fact that, hello, elegant granny, how are you? The problem that I had with that is because my thing is Saint Michael is past color. Saint, like any saint or any deity that's close to God and Goddess and the ancestors, they don't care about color. It's us, unfortunately. But anyway, so when I got the statue and I anointed him, I think I used salt water. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I actually rested today, and uh like I said, I have no idea what time I went to bed last night. And usually, I did another live on my Instagram. If you're not following that, it's Papa Can See underscore. And I think I did two lives back to back. I had a class, which, I'll start putting the link in the description once I get time. I did another one on Instagram since some people missed it. That way I can make up for what was lost. Man, I tell y'all, I lost the live. And it was a good one, but the problem is it is good that it was for just this particular person. I did her I did a Reiki for her. I don't know, like, and she told me to keep it up, but I don't know what happened. That live is no longer to be seen in the light of day. But anyway, um, now as I was saying, now when this guy he commented, once I posted the picture about St. Michael, oh, he shouldn't be white. Oh, I don't know why you got him and da, 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 da. Hold up, skirt. First off, as I was saying, you guys, these archangels, these angels, a lot of people work the intelligence of the spirits, like Yophiel, Zadkiel. Y'all know I know my angels. Not all of them, but the ones that I've recently worked with, I'll get with it. But anyway, so Saint Michael, y'all see this picture where he's literally slaying the demon or whatever. We can now listen. Water sip. Now we can say exactly, Elegant Granny says spirits don't discriminate like we do. Exactly. Now here's the thing, because matter of fact, I want to show y'all a little bit of something that really gets me. Here is my road dog, Saint Michael. Here's my road dog, Saint Michael. This is my road dog, him. As he's staring at y'all, this is my road dog. So when I got him, let me back y'all up a little bit. That way y'all hopefully y'all can see. But anyway, when I got him, I was like, it really didn't matter about the color. Like because I was working with him way before that. You know what I'm saying? Before I got the statue. So when it rained and he said that, I was like, you know what? And automatically I felt like that was negative energy. This dude is trying to stir up some stuff. I was like, we're not having it. So that was the moment I knew then that Saint Michael, he don't play. Especially if I wouldn't call myself a a child of Archangel Michael, but I had this aspect. Um, I kind of vibe with him. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason why. There's a reason why. He is one of the go-tos when it comes to protection. He's one of the go-tos when it comes to curse work. He's one of the go-tos when it comes to a lot of things that you need cut. Because normally with this statue, y'all, I had a sword here, but I have no idea what happened to it. I do believe my niece may have it. Oh well, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I started working with him after I got the statue, and it seemed like it ramped up. So as I went along with my studies, like I was saying with certain churches that work with, I wouldn't say I hate to exclude Baptists, but I'm gonna have to. And here's the reason why. In Catholicism, they have these names. And maybe I'm not sure in Pentecostal, but it's funny. Very, very funny. Now let's think about it. I have a book that deals with working with saints and conjure on that aspect, maybe like Santeria, or I wouldn't even say Haitian voodoo, but more so like on the Santeria side or Lukumi. Let me show you why. Saint Michael can be associated with Ogun. Now, in some cases, now I'm not sure in now the E5 that we're around. I guess a lot of people associate things with a lot of things, but mainly he's an archangel that can come down when it comes to a Bembe or when it comes to a Misa. I've heard stories that Saint Michael will come through, so that should tell you why is it in the black culture or nowadays, the ones that aren't really privy to it. If any Christian that have ever claimed, not taking away that title for anybody, and this is no hate toward no Christians. I love them to death. I was brought up one. But why is it you think in a black culture that we weren't privy to having Saint Michael around us? Now maybe back in the day when the great grandmothers and the great grandfathers might have knew about him, but passing it on to the kids and the future generation, because I was born in the 90s, right? So the way I can't even recall the last time I ever thought about a Saint Michael up until I got older. But and he has some y'all. When I tell y'all this book helps, there's another volume to it, but I haven't for some reason it feels like I don't really need it right now. So I've been kind of holding on to this one because this is my go-to. But let me just read y'all a prayer for Saint Michael. Like, and this one is literally bad. This is badass, like really. And this is a revocation to Saint Michael. So, okay. And as we all do know, this feast day is on the 29th. But now listen to this, y'all. Now anybody that's a Christian on here understand what I'm saying, like, but there's a way that we can get our prayers heard. Not, I wouldn't say quickly, because God is they still answer prayers with no problem. And I guess we'll get to Yeshua in a second. Call this Papa Hoodoo Bible study. Let's do that. But anyway, okay. So this prayer goes: Saint Michael, Archangel, as you're the person in charge of all the works in the world, I implore you at the solemn hour and days, seize this time so that you can work. Candle and what? Candle and work. Come sorcery or corruption, and revoke yourselves in my body. The flesh and the blood of my enemy shall treat me well. Let my enemies suffer as Jesus suffered on the cross. Bitterness, torment, kicks, and slaps. Let him go into a desolate world. Let him take the 3 falls that Jesus took until he comes to my home, asking pardon for his sins. The stars in heaven bear witness to my pleas. So be it. Amen. Now, if that wasn't a revocation for protection or throwing something else back, I don't know what it was. Y'all agree? Let me know in the comments. Makes sense, right? So he's not just, oh, he's just an archangel, but I think what it is nowadays, even the younger generation that have just coming up to magic or whatever, this goes to show you that there's balance in everything, right? As it today being Sunday, I'm gonna get raw. Y'all, I love y'all. Let me drink another sip of my water. What was your question? My signal went out. Oh, my question was, now if y'all, now since I read this particular prayer, and it had, like, listen to the keywords, y'all. Where was it? Uh yeah, I implore you at this solemn hour and day, seize this time so that you will see the light, candle, and work. Keywords. Then also it says come sorcery, corruption. There we go. Okay, and then it has a part where it says the flesh and the blood of my enemy should treat me well. So y'all, if this, like, I'm gonna ask again. So y'all, if that wasn't a work to throw something back at somebody that was bothering them, I don't know what it was. Yeah, I agree, right? Like, just for like I said, this is just a revocation for Saint Michael. Y'all see that? So y'all, the thing is, what I want certain Christians to realize is, yes, Yeshua exists. Yes, or as most people would say, Jesus, whatever. He does not play. Yeah, Saint Michael does not play when it comes to his. You can say his children. I might as well say, when it comes to his children, the ones that work with him and understand his temperament, he don't play about them at all. He doesn't, and me, he don't play about me. Well, and at first, when I got a little bit deeper with Saint Michael, I started to get into meditation, and like that's one of the key things that kind of that gives you a breakthrough when it comes to getting there, like with that deity or with that energy or with that saint. You know what I'm saying? It's meditation and prayer. But anyway, when I got deep enough, there's another way I found out to actually get to the archangels or to get to the keeper of the abyss, to get to a place where we call the void. So when I got deep enough and I actually went into meditation with Saint Michael, the effects that I can give you, the effects that I can give you, I ain't gonna go into detail, but you'll become very hot. Or in my case, I think I go. I don't now. I'm not saying if Saint Michael ever mounted me, because, like I said, yes, it's possible. But in my case, I learned to go to him whenever there's work done, and it's just for one thing, it has to be justified. But he really comes to help you seize that fear that you have within you. So anyway, I went to him in meditation one day, right? And it's like I literally saw him. And most people tell you they seen Saint Michael. No. You will only see either a glimpse or you will only see maybe like something involving Saint Michael. Though I think I saw Saint Michael's eyes, but they were not like in my human understanding, that might have been his eyes, but they were bright and it's like it struck a fear in me, right? That really struck a fear in me. So because I was like, man, this is huge. But he's very powerful. So you will not see Saint Michael, and there's a reason why. Let me read y'all comments. Okay. The 30-page PDF I sent you talks a lot about the power of the meditation the CIA did a study on. I mostly agree. See spiders knowing him around. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. The CIA already know this. That like whenever there's like the PDF, I don't know what's going on with my PDF though, because I tried to open it and it did not. I don't know what's going on with it, but anyway, most FBI agents, most government officials, they know about this. Some of them were brought up, but with we just gonna be honest with these secret societies and all that, they already know. The thing is, when it comes to the I'll say yes, the psychics, the mediums that are usually with the CIA, they literally they be knowing what's they really do. So that's why I think a lot of the times when we see a lot of the witches, the Wiccans, the Satanists, and all that, they're actually rebelling against the government. I don't blame them because I mean you got to think about what they're doing. Like really on a grand scale of things, because Pluto is an Aquarius. Everything that's underneath the surface dealing with the collective, it's time for it to come out. It's been coming out, but I think with this transit, it's really gonna come out, and it should because there's been so many lies put on the black and the brown community and you know the LGBT community, and which I will get to that at a later date. But they have put so many things and conditioned us so bad to where you even have people that are still. I hate this example. I hate to say, but just bear with me and understand what I'm saying. I was getting on the bus one day, right? And this lady, she was so dead set. I said, she said, "Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?" Me automatically with my Capricorn rising, I'm not the type to really just speak to everybody. I'm quiet, and at that particular time, I just wanted a little bit of peace. But being nice, I nodded, and she went, "Oh Lord, the Lord bless me." Da, 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 da. Living in the last time. Da, da, da. I automatically got a headache. I automatically got a headache. And unfortunately, I did not bring my headphones. I was so annoyed, but here's the reason why. Not because she was saying what she was saying, but here's the key point of what I want y'all to understand. Y'all, we are not dealing with the end of the world. The world is not finna cease to exist. It's our asses if we don't get it together. I love y'all, but if y'all feel that, you disagree, you can please delete me. Okay? Jesus ain't come to save you. That's it. Now listen, I'm gonna have to say this how I'm gonna have to say this in order to explain what I'm saying. Constantine, I need a Bible. Let me go there. Let me go there. Because I'm feeling my ancestors. Listen, and this is a big book, by the way. This is a big Bible. Not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, y'all. Trust me when I'm saying. Bear with Papa. Bear with Papa. This is the reason why we were conditioned to have slaved the Bible, y'all. But good thing about it is, now that's the only negative thing. They knew that with this split information, packed of what the Africans knew, packed with, whatever nationality that was brought here, they knew had they got their hands on this, because some of these excerpts from even Proverbs, Exodus, Deuteronomy, Chronicles, they were not just in the Bible, they come way before that. Way before that. Now, here's the trick with patriarchy. Here's the only trick about patriarchy. What I mean by patriarchy is the men that are in power that want to keep us dumbed down like sheep, don't know nothing, don't want to go out for nothing, don't stand up for nothing. Here's the thing. That's why our ancestors, Egun, Wetos, whatever you want to call your deceased loved ones, that's why they put it in this book. Now, if the I got a new word, if the oppressor put it in the book to reverse whatever it was that happened, you can use this to your advantage. Yes, you can. All right. Now moving along. Since I said Jesus is not coming to save you, you're not, y'all. And let's go with the heaven and hell aspect. Today is Sunday. Let me go ahead and get it out the way because I had enough. Heaven and hell does not exist. It exists in your mind. That's it. However, now this is interesting. Now in Buddhism, it is said that they have 9,000 hells. Now, however, thinking about the Chinese aspect, now what like on a real spiritual level, if think about hell. Now, if you like listen, now on a spiritual tip, if you've been brought on earth and you haven't been doing what you've been doing and you've been treating people, have you been treating them being narcissistic, being like the if y'all don't mind, y'all can like the video. Y'all know that, right? I love y'all. And share it. But we do know that this can be used to help with oppression. Not necessarily to be like, oh, I'm a Christian. No, no, no. I'm not, y'all. I'm not. I'm spiritual. I'm a spiritualist. Okay. But the thing is, what helps with these deities that are associated with the Bible, basic instructions before you leave Earth. Our ancestors knew to put certain workings in this book. Now, uh, I'll give y'all an example since we talking about since we are talking about Archangel Michael. So with that being said, working with certain archangels will literally you'll get hurt faster. I would say if you're practicing whatever you're practicing, you get hurt quicker with Saint Michael or Saint Gabriel or Saint Uriel or Saint Raphael quicker than what you have in like, oh, I'm finna go to God, I'm finna get on my knees and pray. Now, which is a way for that, but the way that they did it, they mixed it and made us lean on it and not having the proper protocol in order for us to hear God and God to hear us. Because there's a way he can, but he's so vast. He's so out of here, y'all. We're in the what dimension we in? The third? If hell, we might as well say we're in the second dimension because this is so low. It is so low down here. But this entity, whether we want to call him Adonai, whether we want to call him God, whether we want to call him, in our case, a zombie, a Bondier, Olodumare. He is so vast. So he and she are so vast. They're not here. in the, they're not here in the churches, y'all. However, she's there, but the father, anyway. So yeah, okay. Now, speaking of Saint Michael, there's a particular verse that everybody know that everybody can think of on the top of their head when it comes to Saint Michael. Now, if you already know it, please feel free to comment down and say which song I'm gonna go to. Y'all already know it. I'm gonna take my time too. And Psalms, that's another way of actually like, and there's a reason why I'm going with Psalms here, especially when Saint Michael. In this book that I got, y'all, that the original African Heritage Study Bible, man, this book has so much information. And it was did I buy it? Yeah, I bought it. Yeah. I was like, did somebody get it to me? But yeah, I bought this book and it really it caught my attention because it brought out so much sense. Um, yes, there were some people in the slave trade that sold us out. I'm gonna be honest. So here, there's accountability on each side, on the slave masters and even some of what you would call the Moors, some of I guess some of our ancestors. Some of us sold us out. But here's the key thing that I want y'all to understand when it comes to the ancestors. Some of your ancestors are not for you. So that's why it's good to know the ones that you were close with, just in case you're working with an ancestor that's really trying to top your head off. And yes, it's possible. But anyway, moving on. So with working with Saint Michael, the two easiest songs that I know, and I'm gonna get to it. But can anyone guess which song I'm about to go to first? And not 23 yet. There's another song associated with him. There's another song associated with ends on what you decide to, it really depends on your work. But let me go ahead and get to this one first. Psalms 91. Yeah, everybody know the song. Not now. I'm not saying at the top of your head, but Psalms 91 is. They said that Saint Michael wrote this particular psalm, and this is a psalm that really helps a lot of people, a lot of people, and a lot of like this is a very good protection working with Saint Michael. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example. So, and here's the key thing about working your own conjure, working your own magic. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be adaptable, right? So say for instance, I didn't have no type of candle, but I got St. Michael's prayer. So boom, this is what you do. You would need a glass of water. Then you're gonna need St. Michael. You can either have a prayer card, you can have his medal. I have a matter of fact, I have my talisman here with Saint Michael. Let me bring it real quick because I had this talisman. I had plenty more, but my good girl, her name was Lulu, and she gave me this talisman. Since I can't remember. I think maybe like a good 2 3 years now. I think I had this yeah, I think I had this particular talisman for 2 3 years now. So sorry about that. Let me go down a little bit there where I can see y'all myself. I love when I do that. But anyway, so this particular talisman, this particular talisman is charged with you know, Saint Michael, because it's it. Y'all see the evil eye, right? I mean, the evil eye, right? So yeah, ain't nothing gonna come over here. But usually, um, before I go out, and and I'm feeling a way, or I may not be feeling my best, I'll go to Saint Mike and I pray to him, just for courage, strength, and with me being a Reiki master, he helps with cutting cords. Now that may not be easy, but he does come in handy when it comes to Reiki work or Reiki healing work. You know, another song that you can use when it comes to actually cutting cords, Saint Michael. And his prayer is so simple. Like, hold on, let me get the book, y'all. I know. Don't I know if I get up one more time, y'all gonna probably wring my neck. I'm sorry. Hold on. Y'all gonna wring my neck. But anyway, uh, let's go back to Saint Michael. I'm gonna give y'all a story time after that because I want y'all to understand that these energies are vast and they're here for us. And it's a double-edged sword, really, because if you do mess up, he Saint Michael. Anyway, his prayer is so simple. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in the day of battle, and be our safeguard against the wickedness and snares of the devil. We humbly pray by the power of God, casting the hell Satan and all other evil spirits who prowl throughout the world seeking the ruins of souls. That's his prayer. So what you do is it's a simple method, y'all. Simple method that I've always talked about when it comes to prayer work. When you go to a deity, for one thing, you know, since I spoke about ancestors altar, it kind of goes along with this one. If you've ever worked with Saint Michael and you feel that you kind of need his energy a little bit more wherever you are, especially if you got a new home or if you feel like you're gonna travel, set up a Saint Michael altar. Okay. Now I'm not a pro at this, and what I mean by that is, however you want your altars is on you. Okay, so don't just go by what I'm saying. Literally, meditate with them, go to him, pray to him, and he'll show you. But anyway, so say for instance, you know, you need protection, right? And you have Saint Michael, you might find his card, prayer card or whatever. You got a statue, you need protection, right? Here's what you do. Let me break this down in visual terms that way y'all can understand. Okay. So, say for instance, say for instance, like if y'all really want to get with it, I'm like I said, if y'all really want to get with it, I'm finna show y'all. All right. So boom, we got our Saint Michael statue, we got our prayer book, we got a candle, right? All right. So, okay. Not only do we have that, here is what I like to do when it comes to setting sacred objects or certain things when it comes to deities because they are powerful. I wrote down his name in Hebrew. I wrote his name down in Hebrew. And I anointed it. I think it's time for me to do it again, but I anointed it and I placed, whatever. Anyway, so you have your candle, you need protection. You can actually now this is St. Jude. This is my go-to. But um say for instance, this is a red candle, right? So what I'm going to do is now this is a creative way I do it. I take a Sharpie and this particular name in Hebrew of Saint Michael, I write it on the candle. I write it on the candle Uh, Matter of fact, I do. Man, I'm finna show out today. Hold on. Since I just literally wrote his Hebrew name on the candle, right? Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the candle, whether it be freestanding, whether it be you know, whether it be a 7 day, I'm gonna bless the candle either way. But this is my Saint Michael powder. My Saint Michael powder. Especially this really, I think this is my hot foot. Yep, this is my hot foot. But anyway, this is my hot foot. And yeah, he works with that. So what I'll do is then I'll take a little bit of olive oil. Everybody know, pray Psalms 23 over olive oil close to your lips. So that way you can bless it. Anoint it. Put a little bit of something in this candle. Boom, boom, boom. Now, how you start the prayer sequence. 3 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys, and 3 Glory Bees. Pray his prayer if you have a prayer card or if you can find a prayer for him. Tell him what's going on. A glass of water, for sure a cigar. And if you can find something hot to drink, use that. Like when I say hot, I mean uh like a hot concoction. I'll give it to y'all. Maybe like some whiskey, add some cinnamon, hot peppers or cayenne peppers, and mix it up. That's your hot drink. So when you don't have to necessarily drink it. You can use it to spray over, you know. Let's imagine I'm doing a spell, taking the drink and spraying it over. Take another sip, light the candle, and I pray. What song I was saying? Oh, we need protection, right? So after I'm doing that, I read his name in Hebrew. I know it's Saint Michael. I got my incense going. I got my hot foot on my protection powder. I'm placing over the candle, and I'm going to pray. Now, what I said, protection, right? Uh, okay, well, let's go with protection, right? So I did all that for my protection, right? Now, here is the key. Key prayer. If y'all like this video, let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. But anyway, okay, Psalms 91. After I've done my procedure, boom. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be my shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth in noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy right side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder. The young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him in my salvation. Animal ko agi July ni kata titis and I can bear down on chasa abanu to abanu I can go to shade to catch a strong rush to have a rush made to catch it to make a much garage road that I have at the tip. The guy on the match up so check who is the tip about the rush as a captain. Russian Kavano Kuto that long head. Y'all know I always gotta do that prayer. That's a miracle prayer, by the way. And I will keep this going forever how long, this candle's going. And I usually say something like, dear heavenly, uh, dear heavenly Father, Father God, Mother Goddess, thank you for this candle. Thank you for this work, and thank you, Saint Michael, for listening. As I close this prayer, may no harm come unto thee. These prayers cannot be invalidated. It does not weaken, nor does it fade, for it is irrevocable, irreversible, and non-transferable. By God's almighty power and Saint Michael's strength and authority, it is so, and it shall not be otherwise. That's it. Hold on. I mean, it's so simple though. I mean, now I can't say for a lot of other people because some people they and this was a problem within my magic, right? I'm a very I'm an Aquarius, y'all. I really am. Shout out to Saint Michael and my dog. But y'all see this Hebrew, bruh. I'm not saying that I'm not artistic. Hopefully y'all can see that. But this, yeah, like I said, this is Saint Michael's name in Hebrew. It didn't take long for me to find it because most Eastern Orthodox you know I don't know, most Hebrew, when it comes to the Hebrew um way of dealing with certain workings like that, it's because they have their own system. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted, y'all. Please don't get it twisted. Like every culture, and I'm and y'all, and mind you, I'm saying this in front of my mother, who's she's a down home Christian. Every culture, and this is no lie, every culture that you see on the planet has some form of a magical practice or a spiritual practice, and that's one of them. And the reason why I'm saying that, a lot of people, not like I said, a lot of people go to St. Michael, yes, but my go-to uh, saints are vast, but certain saints, they were, on earth as well. Yeah, they were on earth as well. And another saint that I usually work with, I'll just give y'all a rundown. Saint Clara of Assisi. Wait, is it? Wait, is it Saint Clara of Assisi? I could be getting it so wrong, y'all. Hold on. But Saint Clara, she is again, she can be used. She's used in some, I guess, certain sects of Santeria, Espiritismo, Cudendesmo. But they have different names, especially 21 divisions. 21 divisions is very vast, so I think they use this for 21 divisions. Maybe a little bit of Santeria, maybe a little bit. I'm not sure about Lupumi, but yeah. Um, Saint Clair. Saint Clair is one of my go-tos when it comes to clarity and the mind. And if I can find her, because I don't want to say her name wrong. It could be Saint Clair of Assisi, but it could be something else. But Saint Clara, she is the saint that helps with vision. Whenever you feel confused, whenever you need something to be revealed to you, Saint Clara, she's that saint. Let me see. Saint Clara, Saint Clara, Saint Clara. Hopefully y'all enjoying the information so far. Let me know in the comments, y'all. How y'all feeling? What saints have y'all worked with so far? I'm interested in learning about y'all saints. And I got one more, and after that, I'm out of here. But Saint uh the Holy Virgin of Regla, Saint Raphael. Dang it, where's Saint Clara? I know she around here somewhere. Y'all bear with me. Let the church say yes. Hold your finger up. I'm coming. Hold your finger up and say, amen. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. All right. Damn it. She's right here somewhere. Y'all, I I was saying this earlier. I said, I think I need to go get me another thing, tablet. I have run out of paper, y'all, because I've been writing down a lot of notes. And I really reached the end. It's time for me another Time for me another tablet. I can't find St. Clara. Okay, anyway, if I find it, if not, who cares? Anyway, so St. Clair, she's a saint that helps with clarity and when things are confusing of the mind. She is very helpful when it comes to seeing things that's not being shown to you. So here she go. Wow. Let me just give y'all like I said, since today's Sunday, today's the day of where it's the energy of vitality, sight, what I'm saying, confidence, and having the mind together. The mind is, I wouldn't say the mind is associated with the sun, but think about it. When we go outside, we need the vitamin D to reach the head, the crown. Today is the day of Obatala anyway, so I'm going to get with that in a second. But anyway, here's a little bit of something about St. Clair. Inspired by a sermon of St. Francis in the early 13th century, St. Clair or St. Clara ran away from home on Palm Sunday. On Palm Sunday, to live her life for the church. St. Francis placed her in the Benedictine convent in 1215. Francis placed her in charge of the convent at St. Damian, where she remained superior for 40 years. Clara founded the Poor Clares basically in order of nuns who spoke only when necessary and vowed poverty. This order grew throughout Italy and spread to France and Germany. During her life, St. Clara was credited with many miracles relied upon for consultation of cardinals, bishops, and popes. St. Clara is summoned for understanding and protection from evils. Not only that, man, St. Clair's that one that's for the root works. I promise you. If you listen, man, St. Clara, her, yeah, St. Clara is that one. She's that saint to help with root workers because she helps us to see. She helps us to, as it said, gain understanding. So usually her colors will be white. Uh and I'm not sure, and there's one more saint that I want to go to, but usually I kind of associate white with Saint Clara. And she comes through. She comes through. But how you do these is you don't necessarily have to use a prayer with. I wouldn't. No. Let me take that back. You don't necessarily have to use a classic prayer for these saints and these archangels. They hear you because why? As we know, God is so vast, he sent these saints and these angels and these orishas and all that because he know that he does, okay, y'all, he does not deal with earthly matters. She, their creation. So what makes you like, let's break down this whole mentality of God is Jesus, Jesus is God. Listen, he was a witch himself, okay? So think about it. God is so vast. He's so understanding. He's within everything and everyone. Why would he come down to handle your situation or that situation? Sometimes these things have to happen because life is life and there's always rebirth at the end of it. I think that was my fear when I was coming up, like whenever people would go in my life, like whenever they leave, they're like, oh, I'll never be able to see them again. But that's why we have ancestral altars. It's because they're there. They can hear us. We can hear them. Hell, I talk to mine. I know I'd probably be scaring the crap out of my mom. I'd be like, good morning, ancestors. I'm pretty sure she'd be like, what the heck is he doing? But the point is, they want to be included too because they're here for us. Just as the ancestors, so is Saint Clair, like I was saying. But anyway, working with her will literally help you gain an understanding about yourself and a situation that could cause, like, maybe there's something going on with this particular friend of mine. She will show you your enemies. Saint Michael too, but she will show you your enemies, I promise you, with no problem. She'll show you. But it's up to sometimes it's up to us to heed the warning. Sometimes it's us, it's us that we be like, you know what, I've known this person or this person seems cool, but there's something wrong with them. If spirit gives you a warning and you know that you were supposed to do work to protect yourself, that's gonna be on your karma. That's gonna be on your end. That's gonna be your fault. Okay. So the last saint that I want to talk about, I kind of want to go. I wanted to go with the archangels, but I just wanted to give y'all just an example. But anyway, another saint. Do I want to go with Anima Sola? Or do I want to go with? Okay, here we go. Because I'm kind of I'm dark. I'm dark, y'all. I'm a dark worker. I listen. Not saying on purpose. Not saying that I just hicks people. Not saying that I fuck people over. That's not my agenda, y'all. I have a duality basically, and here's Papa. I have a Buddha heart, but I have a demon claw, and that mentality comes from Shang Yi. He's a Buddhist. He's a Shaolin monk, Buddhist, and the understanding of that is you have to have the mindset of do basically, and it kind of goes along with the wicked theme of do no harm, but you know, but take no shit. That's kind of how I am. But that's the temperament of a heart of Buddha, but a demon claw. Meaning, in layman terms, I'm cool people, but if you run up, you gonna get done up. Because there's a lot of people that, like I said, we all had them. We all had frenemies. We all had enemies. And I think the energy for what I'm feeling today is a lot. We need a lot of protection with when it comes to that friend thing. I learned to use that very loosely coming up. Like in recent years, I learned to use that very loosely. Friends. Now there's two that they're on here. Elegant Granny and Celestial Earth Goddess. They my aces. Anybody else? It's like I'm kind of I be side eyeing some, but other than my mentees and my clients, yeah, all right. But anyway, so let me just go ahead and give y'all my other saint. I was gonna do Anima Sola, but yeah, she is it's Anima Sola is so vast. I may do another video with that. But Saint Raphael, he's an archangel as well. So it says here that Saint Raphael is one of the 7 archangels, and only 3, along with Gabriel and Michael, identified by name in the scriptures. Ain't that something? Raphael was sent by Yeshua, Jesus, the brujo in the Bible. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. He was a brujo. Jesus was a badass brujo. I'm telling y'all, man. Now, what brujo gonna turn water into wine? Y'all got like, hey, although usually there's a lot of people that speculate, oh, well, Jesus wasn't it? He was a brujo. He was a witch. He was. He was working that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Water and wine? Man, listen. But the alchemical process out of that, I could, we can get the alchemical process out of water and wine. You know what I'm saying? But Saint Raphael was sent by Jesus to accompany Tobias, a blind and ill man, across the desert to meet and wed Sarah, whose 7 previous bridegrooms had been slain by the devil on the night of their wedding. Saint Raphael chased the evil spirit from Sarah and cured Tobias of his blindness and ills, enabling the two to engage and enjoy marriage. The name Raphael means God has healed. He was given the power by Jesus to move waters, by which the ill is cured. Raphael is the patron saint of travelers and safe journeys. Those who call upon Saint Raphael seek assistance with all in their lives, meaning ills, physical, mental, and spiritual. When I tell y'all Saint Raphael has come through for me, and I'm not gonna cry on this live. Bruh. Bruh. Saint Raphael is that healer. He's to me, he's a saint of healers. As an archangel, saint, oh man, y'all. Let me put this book down. Let me put this book down and let me show y'all his medal that I got. I got this medal from Hoodoo Moses, which he is on Instagram. This was the first medal that I got, and I was so happy because I got his I think I had his sigil, but you know I lost it, and I do not know what happened to it for the life of me. I don't know what happened to my sigil, but I can always make another. But anyway, so here's his medal. Actually, I have three, matter of fact. But where is Saint Raphael? Okay, here you go. All right. So this is the medal that I got for Saint Raphael. This is the medal that I got for Saint Raphael. And when I tell you Saint Raphael has came for me, but even some of my friends, he has came through for me so many times, and I'm so thankful for Saint Raphael. You know, dealing with my condition. When I go to him, it's like he there. And when I need someone to talk to, Saint Michael is he. Not only Saint Michael, but Saint Raphael. He's that friend that he'll carry you through it. He'll get you through it, and he'll be there to support you. So that's one. That's another saint that I love dearly. I had a personal prayer of Saint Raphael, but it's on my other phone. And as soon as I find it, I'm gonna have to write that down because I need it. But anyway, I think I might have sent. Elegant Granny, I'm not sure if you're still in here or Celestial Earth Goddess. If I sent y'all Saint Raphael prayer, if y'all can find it, could y'all send it to me? I lost that prayer and it does something to me because I be needing it, especially when traveling. Because you know nowadays it's hectic out in the world. So if y'all are traveling, or if y'all on foot, or if y'all going somewhere, please, please, please call upon Saint Raphael. Or find his prayers online, whatever whatever have you. But Saint Raphael is that one that I will work with. Like I don't care when it comes to health, when it comes to comfort and protection and friends. Like to me, for some reason, friendship always comes to me when it comes to Saint Raphael. I don't know why. Maybe it's because his connection of Tobias, but he is a friend, and you got a friend in me. Yeah, he's that friend. Like his energy is so friendly, but don't get it twisted. If you mess with him, anyway. So another saint that I work with, another saint, and this is my last one. I promise y'all. This is my last one. Any questions, y'all? While I'm at it, any questions dealing with the saints? Any questions? Any questions? Like, do y'all know how to work with them, or if not, any quick tips that can help y'all get more of an understanding? Because I know with Archangel magic and Saint magic, it can be confusing. But the most that I can tell y'all, what like I said, the key things really when it comes to saints, just three Hail Mary, like three Our Fathers, three Hail Marys, and three Glory Bees. Then you say the uh the particular saint that you need to go to, and then the appropriate prayer that goes after that. If you have music, or if you have maybe like, especially when it comes to archangels, I would kind of leave it with, I kind of go like, don't laugh at me, y'all. I'm Aquarius. I kind of go with the Gregorian chants, and it do like no lie. I'm like I'm a badass spiritualist, but for some reason that that really creeps me out. So I kind of tend away from that. I shy away from that the Gregorian chants, but they're powerful. No lie, it is a little creepy, but I use it anyway. I kind of just I shook it off. I shake it off. It really gets me, y'all. That those Gregorian chants are powerful. I think that's why it gives me chills when I use them. You would not catch me blasting no Gregorian chants because they're powerful. Not only that, but they really give me the creeps. I don't know why, but I think I did this for a particular client of mine. I had to go to St. Jude about something, and I listened like as I was doing my prayer work. As I was doing my prayer work, I had to use the Gregorian chants, right? And I was listening to it through my headphones. And I kept feeling this too. I was like, okay, I'm trying to finish. But the Gregorian chants was getting more powerful and more powerful. And the more I felt it, I was like, oh man, let me turn this, let me get these Gregorian chants out my ear. I was like, man, I can't do it. But those Gregorian chants do help. But usually, y'all, it's really not hard when it comes to serving, not serving, but venerating the saints and the archangels. The most simple that they do need from you is your time and your devotion. That's it. That's it. So another one that another saint, speaking of, since we're on the topic of Hail Mary, Mother Mary. Mother Mary. Mother Mary. When I tell you Mother Mary is their mother, she's their mother. She really is. So why do you like? I don't know. Well, there's certain Marys that they associate, like Yemaya, Mariagua. Let me see. But Saint Mary, she is, she's the mother of Jesus. So, um, she is that mother that will carry you through it all. I'm gonna give y'all a little story time, okay? To give y'all the vastness of Saint Mary. And thank God I was brought. Thank God, Goddess, I was brought up in a praying home. I really was. I had a situation where Papa Ken was not at his best, right? So I kind of lost it. Let's say that I kind of lost it. Hold on, just a second. Child, let's smoke a cigarette, y'all. Let's talk. Story time. Let's talk. So 2 years ago, Papa Ken went off. Before I do that though, let me just hit the singing bill, this singing bowl, because I don't want no negative energies around. As we kind of move and groove and y'all kind of get a little personal story or whatever. Let's sing your little shade. All right, so maybe back in 2021, uh, Papa Ken was going through a lot. Papa Ken was going through a lot. I was addicted to painkillers. Okay. But these particular painkillers was something serious. They were Percocets, right? And the opiate. I'm pretty sure the opioid community, the it has gotten worse. But I was addicted to Percocets, right? Now, now me being a spiritualist and having this addiction, right? The reason being is because I had a lot of animosity toward a lot of things that was going on around me. Like it felt like I had no peace, and plus I wasn't doing my shadow work, and I never talked about me have like why I felt the need to have this addiction. It was really depression, and I've been diagnosed with that, but before then, you know, um, I was just all over the place. And then I had a wake up call about my health. So with this addiction, and I learned my condition, I lost it. One day, I don't know what this argument was about with me and my mom. I don't know what the hell happened. I went off. I came home. I think I don't even remember exactly what happened that day. Hopefully, my mom can tell y'all one day. One day she'll tell y'all, maybe one, who knows. But anyway, I came in the house and I do remember I set my drink down because I think I had a daiquiri. I sat it down and I don't remember what happened. All I remember was my aunt, thank God for her, she was literally getting me out of the house and I saw the police car. And I was like, what's this? What's going on? But she was like, no, baby, come on. You need help. I was like, only for you. Only for you, I'm going. But, you know, I went and I ended up waking up at a facility called Longleaf, right? This facility, it was something that I would never. All right, before then, you know, I think, yeah, before then, I was already with my ancestors and all that, but um, I think my one of my pages got hacked. And not only that, I was pulled in some bullshit about how I felt, and it seemed like the world was against me. Like I was, I was, I was mad. I was past mad. I think I was mad at everybody except myself. But anyway, so I ended up at Longleaf, right? Stayed there for a week. It was so comfortable, but the people there, like honestly speaking, and I'm not saying this, y'all, to make my situation better or anything like that, but it seemed that I might have been the only sane person there. Does that make sense? Because I understood what was going on and I understood that I needed to let out what I needed to let out, but I had no problems there. I had no problems there. Like at this with this particular state. I talked to my mom, my family, they gave me encouragement. But then there was these people that I began to get very close to, and their names was Angel. There's another name, Brian, and Mr. B. Just I think his name was it Justin? Either way, when I first got there, we had like four people in one room every unit. And the wake up time was maybe like 6 o'clock in the morning to take medication. And after that, you can lay down or whatever until it's time to eat. So I remember when I first got there and I was scared out of my mind. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was like, man, bump these people. I want to go home. I know I probably can't go back home no more. It was just a mess. But anyway, there was this one particular guy that I don't know what hey, when we think of people that are crazy, sometimes they're not. And I'm a living witness to this because, okay, I went outside, like after I got there was an area where we could smoke. And I remember we was, trying to introduce ourselves. I said, hello, how y'all doing? And he said, well, what do you do? Why I told these people I'm a spiritualist. Oh my God. But this dude, Justin, he wasn't annoying. Now here's the thing. He was something else. He used to steal people toothbrushes and shoelaces. I was like, what is going on here? But he was cool people. He really was. I don't know what came over me, but I was like, let me do a little Reiki on him. I didn't do much because I was already out of it. But I just prayed over him ever since then, he was like, he he kind of gravitated toward me, right? So as he did that, as he did that, he started becoming like my right hand man, and he literally said this to me, y'all. I I I work with Michael, and as he said that, I was like, "You work with what?" I felt, and after that, I felt so comfortable because, like I said, he had his own issues, and that's the thing about spiritualists that I want some people to understand. We're not perfect. We're not perfect. Like I said, I was coming from a Percocet addiction, and I wish I gained. It's been 2 years since I ever had to take a Percocet or drunk anything after that because I was taking a lot. And under the pressure that I was in, I was so angry about gossip. I was so angry. I was even angry at my mom. I was angry. I don't know why, but maybe at that point, my spiritual awakening had needed to happen because had I not, I wouldn't have been here. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But anyway, so there was another incident where I met this chick. She was spiritual herself, and it's like everybody. While I was at the facility, while I was trying to get rest and try to make sense of what the hell I did, and hopefully I wasn't fucking up my own family life. um, there was this guy named Mr. B, right? He was an old white character. Oh, I mean, cool as hell. But I was thinking that he like whenever he would talk to some of the people that was there, it wasn't that he was preaching, but he was really, really cool people. And he must have heard wind that I was a spiritualist. So he kind of gravitated toward me. And he was so positive, he didn't judge, but he understood way more than the average Christian. Like he knew about the archangels. He even gave me a song reference. And he brought it up to me like this. Think about God as being infinite, which he is. And I said, I agree. And he say he didn't say it as a problem with me, but he said, think of it like this whenever you manifest. And I knew right then, he was like, yeah, he with the shits. He say, anything that you can think up in your mind when you get out of here, think of it as a zero. You're already starting off. This is your 0 point. But anything that come after that is a manifestation that you created. So when you're in that zero and you're in that 0 point or that first number zero, create that one. Visualize what you want. And I've done that ever since. And when I tell you this man was smart, he, like I said, he gave me a song reference in regard of the archangels. What's the name of that song? It's from Willie Nelson. The Seven Spanish Angels, if I'm not mistaken. He gave me that song reference. And then the way he put it, he says, don't look at me like I'm Christian. I'm both. What this man said, I'm the devil and I'm Jesus. I was like, okay, I kind of understand what he's saying. But it's basically like duality. Everybody has it. Just as everybody has male, divine masculine, divine feminine with each and every last one of us. But the way he broke it down was like, uh, he told me this one day. He said, and I bull crap down now. This is before he was leaving, but this was before I was getting ready to go home. He said, well, all the bad that they have done you, do good. Do good. And he said, I'm gonna see you at the top. And I haven't saw this man ever in life. I think he was from either Baton Rouge or Lafayette or no. He was from somewhere down south. And I always wanted to give my gratitude to this man because this man, he put more understanding what I needed to learn before I got back out on the outside. So, and he would always check up on me. We would always talk. And before he left, he said he's proud of me. And those was his, before he left, He say, with all the bad they've done you know what to do, but do good with it. So he said, basically, in hindsight, I'm glad that I was able to endure that time that I was there. Not only that, let me give y'all a kicker with that. So he left, right? Now I'm thinking, oh crap, I ain't got nobody to talk to, whatever, whatever. So, me just being me. I ended up getting a phone call from my doctor. Or I think I was talking to my mama or something like that. But I ended up having to disconnect because I had a meeting. I'm thinking, y'all, now I'm thinking the meeting was gonna be like, well, how have you done so been in life? Da, 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 da. Y'all, why this woman wanted to read for me? The nurse. Huh? Which one? Oh, okay. Want me to put down the other one? Okay. Now, y'all, sorry about that. That's my mom. But anyway, tell Mama Charles, y'all say hello. Don't be rude. But anyway. Okay. Oh, y'all know. Why you put it down there? I was trying to put it up, but I ain't got the screen. Oh, okay. Yeah, them things you do a little bit, yeah. I don't know why, because I was struggling to put the one up earlier. But anyway, all right. So, where was I? I think I got back, but before I got back, this lady wanted a reading from me, y'all. A nurse. A nurse. Now, I know they probably put that in the paper that I might have been crazy or something what was wrong with him, but this man probably really thought that there was something with this character. But they're like, okay, after I took my medication, I chilled for a little bit, and that's when she called me. Like I said, I'm thinking that we finna do a whole assessment. How you been since you been here? Where's your mindset? Or do you feel that you're ready to go home? Or I sat down. I sat down and I literally did this woman a reading. And I was like, I ain't got no cards. Like, what she want me to do? And she was like, please. But, and the only reason why I did that, because I'm guessing had I not done it, I probably wouldn't have got out long leave. But anyway, because had I not done it, she'd probably be like, oh yeah, he crazy. He can stay. I ain't finna. Nah, I wanted to go home. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But anyway, so I took her hand, and y'all, I felt so bad after that because I saw a lot of. It was crazy because it seemed like when I was in the hospital to get myself better, that's when I was at my peak. I don't know what came over me, but it was like whatever she been through, I saw it. And she literally gave me feedback. She was like, "You're absolutely correct." And I was like, "Oh, wow." And that was my first time doing a reading by touching somebody's hand. So yeah. Yeah. But needless to say, whenever you go through your dark night of the souls, whenever you go through things, understand that spirit is always with you. Always. Okay? Always understand it. And it surprised the heck out of me because I was like, wait a minute. These people just gave me a whole bunch of medicine and I still did that? Huh. Now, and my confidence level at that time, it was really low. And I was like, I'm not even feeling up to a read. And like I told her, I said, ma'am, if I get anything wrong, I apologize. But I was serious, like, because I was seriously doubting myself. I was like, I done done all this trauma and whatever else, and you want me to read you, ma'am? I don't even have the energy to even read myself. I didn't. I was in a whole mental facility for a week and a day. Y'all, I thought I had no energy left. I was like, I probably lost my me thinking the way I was thinking. I was like, man, I lost my powers. I lost it. I'm no longer Papa Ken. But funny thing was, while I would be outside whenever they would give us smoke breaks, the birds. It's something about the birds that always get me. Like whenever I would sit outside just to get a peace of mind, I would just zone out and I just listen to the birds. And I do believe I can talk to animals. I'll go further into that with Saint Gerard. He's a saint that deals with animals. And Saint Gerard, man, he helps he's another saint that helps with conjure as well. Um it's said that he can do by location. Being two places at once or whatever. Now, if a saint can do that, and y'all been working with him, y'all can, yeah. So he's legit. He's another saint. But like I was saying, it's a lot of saints out here, even on earth. You never know them. But just the thought of even I'll say I always put it, we have saints on earth. Just how some people say we have angels on earth. I think we have both. So Mr. B and that nurse that helped me, assess that I don't understand how she might have put it as I'm in my right state of mind. But the main thing that any of those nurses would always ask me is, can you been getting your rest? Can you been sleeping? Even now, like sometimes my mom will have to fuss at me because I would not get my rest. The reason being, which I came to the realization, is because I be fighting my sleep. And another thing, I would always have dreams. And I think I gotten used to like knowing, like sometimes spirit won't let you know what's going on with everything, of course. But it was brought to my attention, and which makes sense because my Romano, he spoke up. He was like, well, Ken, have you ever thought about it? Maybe because you've done your part and maybe you've done what you need. You're on the right track. So why would you need a dream? If you would get a dream, that means that you need to do something, right? And I say, you're right. So he thought of that. He said, well, Ken, you're on the right track. Why you need a dream for? That's for you to rest. I say, oh. And I thought about it, I was like, you know what? That makes sense because usually when I'm in here, y'all, I I use I'm a Capricorn rising, y'all. So of course I'm gonna be, why ain't getting no dreams though? You know what I'm saying? I hate that. But now I can understand why I don't have my dreams like I used to. I can understand that now. I don't need to. If there's something that spirit needs me to do, trust me, I'm gonna get one. And they usually come in tents. So I made peace with that. And I tell you, I bullcrap y'all no lie. Y'all, today I got up at what time I got up today, Ma? At 1? Yep. I got up at 1 today. I needed that rest. Even my close friends can tell you that. Elegant Granny and Solicitor Earth Goddess. I be fighting my sleep. I really do. And if any spiritualists out there that's struggling with sleep, I got you. Just inbox me or DM me. And I was reading a message. Okay, anything that y'all need so far as dream work, because it can be done. You don't necessarily have to have trouble with sleep, but there's a way for you to get messages. I have it on my phone. So if you need that, let me know. And I'll jump into you. But this has been your boy Papa Ken, just sharing y'all a little bit of whatever. And hopefully y'all have a beautiful, blessed, prosperous, bang ass Sunday fun day. Peace. And like, share, and subscribe too. All right, y'all.